Venga, va, vamos.
1, 2, 3, Canarias.
Zorn Lucas says, why? We had a great opportunity there, and we just throw the ball out of bounds. Dump down low, and yes, it goes for Shermadini. Brown. Back over to Brandon Brown. So Huertas picks up the foul. Call this place La Hamburguesa here in the Canary Islands. This arena looks like a hamburger, so most people think. Look at it from outside. There's Brown losing it out of bounds. Alec Brown. Now a good defense from Nizhny. Shermadini denied. Well, Shermadini just picks that ball. It's thrown right into his hands. And Singler fumbles it, but has enough wherewithal to get it back to Shermadini, who snuck into the lane. Well, that was great reaction by both Singler and Shermadini. Willis. Silky smooth, but no finish. Now Huertas dribbling up high. So 6 minutes into the contest. Iberostar Tenerife, the inaugural winners of the Basketball Champions League, here with the lead. Three-pointer, another one. This one by Alex Suarez. And with that, Lukic has seen enough. Has a go at Alec Brown, a little bit too slow getting out, and decides to call timeout.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? The partner is playing.
See the field goal shooting for both teams. Well, Lukic extremely hot under the collar, as you can tell. Not sure who he was talking to. He was like, "Why are you looking at me?"
You know what to do. Calm down in the lead. Let's go.
Well, that was interesting. George wants to get a big win on the road here tonight. He is definitely not short of intensity. Stavkovic, having come out and hit that big three-pointer, going to inbound the basketball. Meanwhile, is going to check into the game, but for some reason there's an issue about his uniform. So I don't know if he's going to be able to come in. He's going to have to sit down. Then he'll come back in at the next dead ball. (17-10). Iberostar Tenerife on top. 3-point attempt. Singler kept it alive, but Nizhny Novgorod come away with the basketball. Good effort there by Vinnick. And Willis scores another 2 points. He's got 6 for the game. Just calls the play. Here he is. A beautiful handoff to Shermadini. How about that? All that experience. They have got to do a better job of keeping Shermadini out of the lane, because whenever he gets in there, he causes problems. 4 of 6 from the floor already. And Vinnick follows up his own miss, and then he's fouled by Singler. Manny Diaz comes into the game now for the first time in the Basketball Champions League. Singler goes out. Very big, strong body. Vinnick. And not the softest of touches from the free throw line. 30 years of age. 2.13 meters in height. Here's Vinnick. Look at him tied up down low with Shermadini. Well, then it called for the foul. Looked like it could have gone on either player, really. And again, Vinnick can miss the foul a long way from the basket. I think it was more of the reach that probably got him the foul than the contact. The fact that he reached. Coming out and into the game, some changes now. Gabriel Bloomberg missing from 3-point range. Now on the baseline note and flying in for the rebound was Diaz. And it goes to Shermadini once again, and it gets it to go. Looked like that was almost helped by the Nizhny Novgorod defense. Brandon Brown dribbling, gets in the paint. And following up and missing. Now here comes Iberostar Tenerife. The handoff. Shermadini goes up strong. Well, that was great work from Shermadini. He has been terrific, hasn't he? Look at this. The big fella hustling down the court, taking the pass from Lundberg, and earning a trip to the free throw line. It's all about effort. Shermadini, though, off target with his first attempt. It's the first free throw attempted, in fact, by Iberostar Tenerife. Makes the second, 1 of 2. Nizhny have missed their 2 attempts. 1:18 remaining. Ivan Strebkov comes into the game, and Brandon Brown goes out. Strebkov quite an entertainer as well. He's a good player. Here he is pulling up. Lundberg with the rebound. Lundberg hails from Denmark, from Copenhagen, or as they say, Copenhagen. Here he is. Going between his legs now. Looks for an opening. Gets in. Now from three-point range, no. And Vinnick just kind of muscled his way to that rebound. Looks like he got into it with Frank Guerra. Now the ball goes out of bounds. Atkins also in the game. So 28.7 seconds remaining, and Vitoretta getting some type of exclamation. I think maybe about people on his bench getting up and complaining, threatening with a technical if it happens again. Stavkovic nails the baseline jump shot. Boy, he's got a nice game. Stavkovic, remember that name. Komalov also in the game, number 4. He's on the ball right now on Lundberg. Well, good attempt at the basket. And that's, I think, 3 fouls on Vinnick. So Brown comes back in for Vinnick, so they go a little small here. First one is good from Lundberg. 24 years of age. The previous 2 seasons here in Spain at Manresa. Another team in the Basketball Champions League. So Guerra goes back out of the game. And Salim comes back in. Time about to go off, and they have to shoot it from deep, and almost Komalov. Or is it Brown? Not sure who took that shot, but it almost went in. And as it was, stayed out. Iberostar Tenerife lead it 24-14 at the end of one. Well, how about that, folks? 3 of 5 from deep for Tenerife, 6 of 10 inside the arc. Nizhny not shooting nearly as well. So Tenerife 3 of 4 at the free throw line, and it all adds up to a 24-14 lead at the end of one. Well, it's a bright start by Iberostar Tenerife, and it really, I think, put together an interesting team. I liked, obviously, the Iberostar Tenerife team that we saw the previous 3 seasons in the Basketball Champions League. A lot of the players around for that entire ride, but sometimes the coach wants to shake things up. Vitorino, I think, has done a very good job with the club of getting some good players into this competition, a team that can challenge for honors in the Basketball Champions League yet again, and also perhaps do some damage in the Spanish League. Right now they're 2-2 in the Spanish League, in the Liga Endesa. But it is early in the season. How about San Pablo Burgos in the Basketball Champions League? They are one of only 2 teams in the Spanish League that are unbeaten. They and Real Madrid are 4-0 and at the top of the standings in Spain, and Zaragoza as well, another team. They're 3-1 in Spain. So a lot of good teams, Spanish teams, in this Basketball Champions League. Well, coming right out here at the start of the second quarter and getting a easy look down low. Good strong move. And Kevich just comes into the game and scores immediately. Oh, nice handoff. Tough defense down low. Tenerife stay with it, but not able to control it. Guerra couldn't quite come up with the basketball and go up. He had it knocked out of his hands. Justa comes into the game. Sent to Justa. For Iberostar Tenerife is an 8-point lead. Good hustle by Gankevich to get it back. Brown goes up and scores, and here comes Nizhny Novgorod. Justa gets it over to Atkins. I don't think he got that off in time. Well, say he did. Brown. Bounce pass. 3-pointer is good from Strebkov. And now a block called on Strebkov. Well, Nizhny were reeling a little bit, but here they are now trailing by just 3 points. Nice shake and bake and drive. Lopez, his first 2 points of the game. Alex Lopez. They're coming right back and answering. Nizhny Novgorod, who have the bit between the teeth now. So Komolov gets his first 2. Alley-oop pass! And Atkins flushes it. Dazzling Darian Atkins. Strebkov, entry pass. Gankevich kind of got hemmed in, nowhere to go, and a reach and a foul called on Nizhny Novgorod. Like there was a bump. That was Atkins with the flush. Here it is again, Lopez. You know, that last foul's on Gankevich, kind of sliding into him. Shot clock winding down. I don't think they're going to get off in time. Nope. Ball turns over. Here comes Nizhny. 3-point attempt, and it's another one for Komolov. It's back to a 2-point game. Quick pass, unguarded. Diaz. Well, Tenerife beat the opposition down the court for an easy one. Chalk up the assist, and now another turnover. A beautiful bounce pass back to Atkins. Good play by Yusta. Sharing the basketball and forcing the timeout by Lukic. It was Atkins who knocked the ball away. But full marks to Yusta there, making the easy play, the bounce pass.
Если не видишь, выкинь ногу. Дай мне статьи, блядь, дай ему играть. Что у тебя? Немой заниматься головой. Ты знаешь, где спите. Amo, pero ничего не играем, но я без маска. Span on the ball. Watch out, span. I want to say what? What's it that is? Поставь шпан, нету, продолжай дальше. Ну понятно, давай. Есть.
Coming out of the timeout, you heard yet again Zoran Lukic. It's not a matter of effort for them, it's more of execution. Here they are pulling up for the jumper. Oh, look at that, the follow, and it falls kindly from Gankevich into the basket. Now the ball turned over. Good defense. A little bit of sloppiness by Tenerife. Lucas just immediately Makes a change after the turnover. Decides to bring Spadanov out of the game and put Babarin back in. Also, Marcelinho Huertas has come back into the game for Iberostar Tenerife. And that was Atkins just taking advantage of the size differential. Atkins has made a huge difference since coming into the game for Iberostar Tenerife, although they lead by just 4 points. Now the dump, and the basket is good. O'Hara, tough move by him. Excuse me, Diaz. He's got 4 points. A little bit of a collision. Ball goes out of bounds. Back over to Iberostar Tenerife. Huertas. Pass was received, but the shot was not made by Diaz. Drevkov turns, puts it up, rebounded by Salim. And now the pass into the corner. And the miss, and Willis gets it back. Well, La Burguesa rocking tonight to steady beats of the drums. It's the place, remember, that saw this club win the inaugural Basketball Champions League. And now the interception and going the other way, and the basket is good. So good drive, or good steal rather, and finish by Babarin. He saw the pass coming. And now it's Chus Vidaretta's turn to draw something up differently for his players.
Ha salido tan mal que tienes que parar y jugar tú algo nuevo. Hostia puta. Vaya 2 ataques de los 3 últimos. Un triple de Santi bueno, un puto tiro de 2 defendido de Dani y un ataque que nadie sabe. Ganando, cojones. Winning by 6, control. Control the offense. Of the last 3 offenses, 2 very worst offenses. Si tiras, tiras de 3. Solo. Y luego buena comunicación en la defensa. Pues el push si es lejos, ¿vale? Blue, y si te quedas, dile que se quede, que cambie, comunícate. ¿Vale? Interior ahora. Hostia, está allí.
Well, Vidaretta, liking the fact that his team has the lead, but frustrated by the turnovers. The lack of execution on offense. Lukic, meanwhile, seems like he's always hot under the collar, trying to get his team as fired up as he is. Boy, imagine being that intense all season. 40 minutes a game. Good crowd here in La Burguesa tonight. 4-point lead, Tenerife. Quickly down low, great play, and good foul by Gankevich. Fourth team foul. He had good hands. I think the way he came down on it, though, left the referee with no option but to call the foul. Tough coach to please, I think, Coach Lucas, no doubt. Alec Brown checks back into the game for Gankevich. And this time, Santiusta, who's come back into the game, turns it over. Brown hands it off. Babrin. Willis. Now back to Willis. And Willis throws it down. And this Nizhny Novgorod team not going away, folks. Trailing just 34-32. Willis with 8 points, 2:40 remaining in the first half. Shermadini now going right at Brown. He had the move, just didn't have the finish. Great footwork, just missed the shot. Look at the rebounding numbers, 34-32. Tenerife shading it, but Nizhny with 6 offensive rebounds. And here's Willis going hard to the basket and then being challenged and fouled by Suarez. Great hang time there by Willis after taking the hit. And that's where you can see that Zorich is wanting his players to finish, even with contact. He wants you to finish so you can get to the line for the three-point play. Because he knows, there's a possibility you might miss 2 free throws here. So instead of a potential 3-point play, now you've got at best a 1-point play. And that's what it is. So he makes the second. Well, good fight by Nizhny, trailing by just 1 point here on game day 1 in the Basketball Champions League. Huertas' pass goes right off the fingertips of Shermadini. Probably should have been corralled by the big fella. That hit him right in the hands. Brandon Brown brings it across midcourt. Guarded by Huertas. 3-point attempt. Sharp shot misses. Battling for the rebound. Nizhny come up with it. Shooting it from the corner. Missing was Komalov. Offensive foul. I'm not sure Chus Vitoretta was too enamored with that call. Oh yeah, it was on Shermadini sliding in too late. I'm not sure how much contact he made, but he was definitely late. Oh, beautiful drive, and Brown couldn't quite finish. Huertas tried to make the slick pass inside to Singler, now hustling back on defense. Saline comes up with a steal. Under a minute to go and a very tense and tight first half. Marcelinho drills the three-pointer, takes it back to a 4-point game. Boy, how many big three-pointers has he hit in his career? I can think of many. Brown. Now Marcelinho again. Pulls up from deep. Singler chasing it. And a foul called on Singler. So Brown wins that one. Good hustle. Good hustle by Singler, really. The referee says there was a foul committed. Lundberg, meanwhile, comes back into the game. Gabriel Lundberg. 'Greek referee Porzingis talking to Lukic. 22.2 seconds remaining. Singler goes to the bench with 3 fouls. You don't like picking up a 3rd foul in the final minute of a half. Of the first half. Trebkov calls the play. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. And then reaching from behind and fouling is Sasu Salim. That's only team foul number 4. .4 seconds remaining. And a technical foul for flopping has been called on Sasu Salim. And now this will no doubt anger everybody in the Canary Islands. Well, there was definitely a push by Trebkov, but maybe the fall was exaggerated by Salim. Trebkov takes advantage, makes the free throw. And now let's see if they can get another shot here. 3-point game. Can they hit a 3? Willis turns. Boy, he had a good look, didn't he? So the first half finishes with a cacophony of boos raining on the referees here on the hardwood after that technical foul for a flop was called on Sasu Salim. Nevertheless, the Iberostar Tenerife, they lead it 37-34 over Nizhny Novgorod. Well, 11 of 19 inside the arc for Tenerife, 4 of 8 from deep, but 4 of 12 for Nizhny, and 10 of 21 inside the arc as they've come back. Nizhny doing a good job on the boards, especially the offensive glass, where they've got 7 of their 17 rebounds. Shermadini with 11 points, 9 for Willis. And a lot of fun basketball to come in the second half, no doubt. And you can see some of the replays here. Singler, Shermadini. That was a terrific play because it looked like Singler wasn't going to be able to get the ball. He's going to turn it over, but he got it and then passed it back to Shermadini, who cut down the lane. One of the many exciting plays in this first half, which is being led 37-34 by Iberostar Tenerife over Nizhny Novgorod. Just real quickly in other games, Iberostar coming from behind, 16 points down to win 70-64 over Gaziantep. Riga winning over Mornar Bar 80-74. Brindisi falling at Neptunis Klaipėda 81-71. Besiktas winning at PAOK 69-60. Ankara winning at Unet Halon 82-79. Ostend trailing at halftime against Strasbourg. And Rostov winning 57-52 over Anvil Voslavik. And then we have this game here being won by Tenerife 37-34. Rostov and a lot of really good games being played on game day one. A lot of basketball still to be played in this one. You know, Nizhny, perhaps they would have signed on for trailing by just 3 points at halftime before the contest. We will be right back before the start of the second half as you enjoy the rest of these first half highlights.
Ellos tienen el anillo exterior, pueden visitar la exposición que la que se ha venido por su 40 aniversario. Su nació de paso a la historia de Ucrania, son 4 décadas de vida bajo el título, 40 años, un solo título, vamos, Australia.
What a pass from Mike Green. Had his back to him, was looking the other way. Watch this. Hatcher to Garrett, and then the block. Pope thought he was going to dunk it, but Sy said, not in my house, my friend.
Brown, can he make something happen? And holy cow, can he? What a dunk by Brown.
Gino Lawrence, wow. Alex Davis with the throwdown off the phenomenal ball handling and pass from Gino Lawrence.
Along looking to run, behind the back from Reynolds, finds Atkins for the easy layup. What a play from Scotty Reynolds.
And then his pass intercepted by Thomas, and he's going in for the dunk.
Lee finds Bacco. Oh, it's rejected by Samoris. Timed it beautifully. Absolutely perfect.
Oh, behind the back! What a pass and what a finish by Babacar Touré. Highlight reel play there from Chad Timberlake.
Here's, oh, that's Niang. That's what we've been looking for. What a play from Mamadou Niang.
Thomas looks to drive. Nice feed. Amari swatted at the rim. Twice by Ayenga. Not once, but twice. First time from behind. Second time straight up, and he swats it away.
Cross court. James had the three in the corner. Did go. Oh my lord! Right over Iverson! Are you serious? What a dunk! He jumped to the top of this arena.
Oh, the lob, the jam! O'Leary, another backdoor cut, and Ruffnick with the no-look alley-oop pass.
Gets the rebound. Alyssa Vicious blocked by Ellis. Alyssa Vicious going in. No. Ellis doing what he does best.
Khalif Wyatt. Oh, the pass behind the back. God, that's a big-time play from Khalif Wyatt. World class from Khalif Wyatt.
Here's Spieler again. Gets in the lane.
Oh, goodness me! That could be the play of the game. Wow.
Goss kicks it. Jones, it opens up for Jones down the middle. Huge dunk from Jones right down the middle.
Bueno, chicos, se nos acaba el tiempo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Un aplauso. Ahora nuestros equipos que entregan el reconocimiento a la secretaria. Gracias, chicos.
Well, Darrell Willis with 9 points, 4 of 7 inside the arc, 4 of 8 overall, and it has been a terrific effort by him. Also, Nizhny Novgorod to stay with this Iberostar Tenerife team. Zorn Lukic fully believing his team can get an important road win tonight against Tenerife. Marcelinho Huertas, meanwhile, Shermadini, veterans in this Iberostar Tenerife team, making a lot of big plays for them. It's incredible how Iberostar Tenerife have only lost 3 of their 27 games in the regular season in the Basketball Champions League, but these 3 defeats have come on their home court, so it would not be a shock to see them fall tonight, especially against a team like Nizhny that's really come here with the bit between the teeth. Willis has the 9 points. Vinnick has the foul trouble with the 4 rebounds. He's got 3 fouls. And Brandon Brown has the 4 assists for Nizhny. Shermadini with 11 points. Huertas, interestingly, 3 rebounds and 3 assists. As the point guard, leading in rebounding. Shermadini with those 11 points, 5 of 8 inside the arc, 5 of 8 overall, in fact. And also got a couple of rebounds and an assist. Huertas is in fact the highest rated player at +9 efficiency for Iberostar Tenerife, with 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. So it's game day 1 in the Basketball Champions League, and this is one of the last couple of games. In fact, this will definitely finish as the last game of the night. Strasbourg winning over Ostend 59-52 right now, and
They're making this horizontal screen or this diagonal short.
also Rasta Vecta
Not to give
on their
ball.
debut, still
Go
winning
for the screen.
over. Excuse me, now they're trailing. Sorry, early in the 4th quarter at home to Anvil.
But be ready, give it.
Slavic 64-62.
If he put an effective screens every time, blue to make the tag. If they play the ball, okay, and control the last a little bit. We are with 4.
So Iberostar Tenerife, having reached the final last year before falling to Virtus Bologna, taking on Nizhny Novgorod, who made it to the quarterfinals last year after that impressive showing against Umaniraya Venezia in the first round of the playoffs. And getting ready to get after each other for another 20 minutes. Well, welcome back, folks. If you've just been away for halftime and made it back just in time, it's Iberostar Tenerife leading it 37-34 over Nizhny Novgorod. A game day 1 humdinger here in La Hamburguesa, and coming right out at the start of the second half is Danny Diaz. So taking it up to a 40-34 lead, the former Unicaja Malaga man. So Real Madrid. Now Willis thought about making the bounce pass, but holds on to it. Now he puts it up and off the front of the iron. Diaz with the rebound. Sasu Saline hits a 3-pointer. That's more like it for Saline. Better known for his 3-point shot than his flopping. Got a technical late in the first half for a flop. Diaz, another rebound. Interesting player, Diaz. Well, nice shake and bake from Marcelinho Huertas. Pulls up his dribble. Able to get out of the lane just in time. Now Shermadini goes up with the left hand. This time, good job by Brown to deny it. Couldn't quite hold on to it, but Ostapkovich knocked it back to him, and now Ostapkovich has it. He goes hard to the basket, goes up with the left hand, though, a little bit out of control. Marcelino Huertas looks at his options. 9-point lead. Salim again. He's hot. And that's forcing a timeout to be called by Zoran Lukic. Look at this. Well, Salim has got a three-point shot to die for, and when he gets it going, he could put points on the board in a hurry.
Let's go!
46-34 Tenerife with their biggest lead of the game here against Nizhny Novgorod. Worrying start to the second half for the club from Russia. Here's Willis, though, catching it down low and going up strong. Good play coming out of the timeout. Huertas dumps it, and what a terrific finish by Shermadini. Shermadini makes the free throw for the three-point play, and it's a new biggest lead for Tenerife. 13 points and 14 overall now for Shermadini. Willis takes it down low, dumps it. Willis almost gets it back, and it's Babarin that sneaks in and gets it back for Nizhny. Stapkovic launches it from deep. Shermadini now rebounds it. Dangerous moments here for Nizhny. They've started cold, and Iberostar Tenerife have started the second half hot. Huertas goes off one leg, or 1 foot rather. Good effort by Shermadini to knock it back out to the perimeter. Now he's going to go to work, and he's going to score, and they're going to count it. What a move by Shermadini. 16 points, and he goes to the line for a potential three-point play. And Kevich using the forearm, trying to defend against the taller Shermadini, but not able to stop him. Excuse me, Komalov. No, it was on Gankevich. That's what I thought. So Shermadini now 17 points. Stapkovic, oh, that was a huge three. Nizhny were reeling. That gets them back to within 13. Salim spin, or excuse me, where it's a spins. Now he gets it back. Here's Salim. Looks for space. Passes out across court. Shermadini again, fully extended, keeping that ball alive. But Nizhny have it. Pulling up, Brandon Brown misses. And this time Salim with the rebound. Iberostar Tenerife have outscored Nizhny 15-5 here in the third quarter. And he saw Genkiewicz hold the Shermadini jersey. I think it's a tough matchup for Genkiewicz. He gives away a lot of inches there. Makes the first, and in fact they've called that an unsportsmanlike foul on Genkiewicz because he wasn't playing the ball. So it's going to be 2 free throws and possession. And Shermadini showing signs of becoming contending anyway for player of the week on game day 1. We've got a long way to go, and he's already got 18 points. Huertas. Decides to shoot it himself, and again Atkins knocks it out to the perimeter. Huertas pulls up and hits the baseline jumper. Tenerife trying to lower the boom here in the third quarter, up 17. Strebkov. Again, another chance to run. Iberostar Tenerife. Huertas goes off 1 foot. This time, good D. Genkiewicz over to Willis. Genkiewicz backing up. Now hands it off to Willis, who goes up, and they call the foul as well. So excellent play. Look at this. Suarez comes in from behind and commits the foul. Great elevation by Willis. Willis, however, does not make the free throw. And again, it's a 15-point lead. Willis has left some free throws out there tonight. 1 of 3 on the night. Now the dunk and the catch, and the basket is good. He goes to 20 points, 21 points, folks. Shermadini is pouring him in tonight on game day 1. Strebkov looks for space. Back outside to get it. Sapkovich. Good. Rattles it in from 3-point range. He has got a really nice game of Sapkovich. Give Babrin that assist. Bloomberg switches directions, puts it up. Well, Gabriel Bloomberg getting some quality minutes here at the start of the second half. Shermadini hears the applause as he goes out of bounds, or rather goes over to the bench. Danny Diaz back in the game with Suarez, as well as Atkins for that front court for Iberostar Tenerife. Statkovich pulls up right at the line. Boy, he can finish. Back to a 12-point game now. Statkovich now with 11 points, 13 points, excuse me. 2 of 3 inside the arc. That's a 3-point attempt. Willis with the rebound. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Nizhny showing signs of a run. Willis almost loses it, then catches it and scores. And you'd think that Iberostar would be thinking about possibly a timeout. I think another miss here and another basket for Nizhny will get a timeout. Oh, beautiful no-look pass. Lundberg open. And I'm pretty confident that Iberostar is going to get a timeout if Nizhny score here. Strepkov for three. Good. And indeed it does. 58-51. 7-point deficit. Iberostar Tenerife showing signs of blowing this thing wide open. Do not slam the door shut. They led by 17. Now the lead is 7.
They are on fire now. We have to be a little bit aggressive. Not red, not blue, but at least here with both feet. Hostia puta. Todo malos ataques otra vez. Y nada de defensa. No gastamos la falta. Nos hacen un 2+1. Una bandeja. Tenemos un robo, no lo cogemos. We have a steal, we don't take the ball. No podemos recibir estos parciales ganando. A ver, ataque ahora. No estás caminando, no juegas duro. Ataque ahora.
Back to live action here, and the Iberostar Tenerife having opened up a big double-digit lead. Now lead by just 7. There's some changes. Singler back in the game. Huertas puts it up from deep, and beautiful follow by Atkins. Dinnick, the spin move at least challenges Atkins for the rebound, goes out of bounds off of Iberostar Tenerife. Wasn't a bad move, just didn't quite finish it. Willis and Komalov coming back into the game. Davkovic goes out. How long will he be out? Babarin. Strepkov now. Final minute of the third quarter. Willis. Good defense by Tenerife, forcing the long jumper, but they hit the three. Babarin strikes from downtown. It's a 6-point game. 2 of 4 from deep now for Babarin. Gabriel Lundberg. 4 on the shot clock. 3. Marcelinho to Lundberg from deep. Good! How about that from the dazzling Dane? Boy, that was huge. All the momentum with Nizhny Novgorod, and Lundberg hits the 3. Now Nizhny, the final seconds ticking off the clock. Babarin again, tough drive, misses. Willis with the follow. And that's how the third quarter finishes. The last blow landed by Iberostar Tenerife. They're on top 63-54, 10 minutes remaining. See the numbers. 8 of 19 from three-point range for Nizhny. 8 makes as well for Iberostar Tenerife. It's been a good night shooting the basketball. Well, Iberostar Tenerife have not shown the ability to slam the door shut on this Nizhny Novgorod team, but Nizhny, meanwhile, you know, when you trail by as many as 17 points, it's tough to come all the way back. Great night of basketball on game day 1 here in the Basketball Champions League. Iberostar Tenerife, the team that won the very first title a few years ago, hoping to get back to the Final Four. Made to the final last year and lost to Virtus. Coming out and missing early is Nizhny. Lundberg hit that huge three-pointer after Nizhny had cut the deficit to 6 points. Shot clock was winding down. He was on the wing and he hit the three. And then Tenerife got a stop right at the end of the quarter. Three-point attempt. Atkins this time tries to bat it out, and Babarin was there waiting for the ball. Beautiful pass, and Willis got into position, couldn't quite finish. Stepping out of bounds was Singler after he caught the ball. His leg is out of bounds. Watch this. Well, if it was out of bounds, it was only just out of bounds. Pretty close to me. 8:40 remaining. Bounce pass. Good defense. 9 points lead. Still plenty of time for Nizhny Novgorod. From the corner, Babarin misses under pressure. Get the feeling the fans may be a little bit frustrated that Iberostar Tenerife have not been able to close this thing out, or to be up by more right now. That foul called on Diaz. Fouled Antipov, Pavel Antipov. There's the dump and the pass, and foul on Babarin, which effectively prevented a fast break. Alex Lopez also in the game now. That was him coming up, getting fouled by Babarin. 3 on Babrin. I think they need him in there, especially for his shooting. Bloomberg steps back. Atkins leans over, keeps it alive. Singler misses. Here comes Nizhny once again. Stepkov. Komalov. Now the pass right into the hands of Bloomberg. It goes up for the two-handed jam. Boy, he's having himself quite a night, isn't he? Gabriel Bloomberg now with 7 points. So the turnover, and he goes, I'll take the breakaway and I'll jam it home. Leading to a timeout by Nizhny.
Опусти мяч. Забрал как 3 секунды. И лети. Алло, перескочи не могу. Ставлю владение с мячом. Ставлю с мячом. Играй форвард. Форвард. На форвард. Сек. Let's go.
Well, they have led by as many as 17 points at Iberostar Tenerife, and right now the lead is back to 17. And it is a big ask to keep having to claw back these huge deficits. Nizhny, you just feel like maybe that mountain is just too tall to climb. But they're going to give it their best shot here. They were down by 3 points at halftime. And now the drive and the good block for Shermadini. I think the ball was off of Minkevich. So it goes back to Iberostar Tenerife. Look, he gets the block. Oh, yeah. And then when the ball hit his right foot, his left foot was out of bounds. And now an offensive foul called on Iberostar Tenerife. And they called him for the hook as he went past. So 65-54. Spin. Shot clock about to expire. Good defense. Well, they're called traveling. I have to say I agree with Zoran Lukic on that one. That was a tough call. Then again, the way he's spoken to Gankevich there makes it look like he was not too pleased. Shermadini gets inside, draws the foul, and goes to the line. Continues to pour in the points. Here it is again. He just creates mismatch problems, doesn't he? Unless you are a pure 7 foot or 2.13 meters. Look, chance of MVP ring throughout La Hamburguesa. And he makes the free throw as well. So quite a night for Shermadini. 24 points. Willis knocked away. Strepkov from deep. Willis gets it back. Another long jump shot. So Lundberg brings it up. Now Salim. Well, Lundberg goes out. Good minutes for him. You have to say in this Group C, who is going to challenge this Tenerife team? They've got Rosa Bamberg, made to the Final Four last year. Certainly will be an interesting team. Steady played well tonight after, certainly not in the first quarter, but the rest of the way they got themselves back in it and won at Gaziantep. But you get the feeling once again that this Tenerife team, even with a lot of new players, will be the team to beat in Group C. Willis stays with it. Germanini says, that was my foul. I'll take that one. Salim goes out. Diaz comes back in. Sabanov also in, number 12 for Nizhny. Willis does well there to get it back to a 14-point deficit. Well, it's not over yet, folks. Huertas open. Oh, kind rebound. Shermadini. Back outside it goes. Another three-pointer. Another offensive rebound. Lopez, who missed that last three. Here he is again. This time he gets swatted. Shermadini gets it, however. Then he misses down low. Beautiful give and go. How about that for Nizhny Novgorod? 4.5 minutes remaining. Down 12. Still time for Nizhny. They need stops and points. Huertas into the right corner. Finish not there. Stavkovic hustles down. Antipov left open, so he puts it up. And you got Nizhny players battling each other for the basketball. Look at Vitorella looking at that Wilson basketball, saying, it's a nice looking basketball. He says, let's dry it off a little bit. Great block there by Georgi Spadanov. So down 12, 3:51 remaining, and the big center comes back into the game. Vinnick. Suarez, meanwhile, goes to the line and makes the first of 2 free throws. And the second is pretty good on those. Marcelin raises up his hands to say, I committed that foul. Well, they've still got fouls to give. He's given away a couple of fouls tonight, Salim, that he didn't really agree with. Back to a 14-point lead for Iberostar Tenerife. 3:44 remaining. 3 fouls on Salim. Remember, he had the technical for flopping. Definitely don't want to get a reputation as a player that does flop. Salim, a little bit short. And Shermadini is going to be in the running for Player of the Week, I think. 24 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. This Nizhny Novgorod team definitely did not have an answer for him tonight. And the bounce pass at the feet of Vinnick, not able to come up with it. Yeah, that's just a tough pass for a center to catch, cut into the basket. And poor Vinnick was called for the turnover on that one. I thought it was too hard to catch. Shermanini passes. Oh, what a finish. That is great basketball right there. Shermanini dishes it. Marcelino makes it and earns a trip to the line as well. Vinnick is a foul machine, isn't he? Look at this. Reaches over, fouls the Brazil international. Shermadini hears the applause. He comes out and is replaced by Guerra. Tell you what, they've got a new center here. They've had some good ones here in the past, and I think they're going to like this one. And Marcelino does indeed complete the three-point play. 13 points. Oh, how about Vinnick catching it in the lane and turning and scoring? Well, he could be a real weapon for this team. Oh, what a bounce pass. Salim put it on the highlight reel. Beautiful play in the finish by Guerra. Zapkovich hands it off, and Vinnick again scores with the left hand this time. Just needs minutes. He's got to get used to playing. Of course, he's a veteran, so 30 plus years. Now Vinnick with the rebound. And really what I think you have to remember here is that Nizhny Novgorod, oh, look at Vinnick. They want to try to cut this deficit down to a more manageable number, just in terms of point differential in case of season-ending tiebreakers. So you want to play all 40 minutes. Zapkovich into the corner. Babarin for three. That's good. 77-65. It's a 12-point game. You got to play to the finish. Huertas comes out. Lopez brings the ball up the floor. Beautiful pass. Lopez, the finish by Guerra. Well, those loyal Iberostar Tenerife fans, they have to like what they've seen tonight. This Nizhny team was not a pushover. They came out battling. It was Vinnick. Too good of a performance tonight by the home team. They'd like to get another basket to finish this thing off. Salim, quick pass down low. How about that? Almost. The other couldn't quite finish it. 2.2 seconds remaining. They will still try to get that last basket. Quick pass, and they're going to get it. Look at that. And that will upset Zoran Lukic. He did not want to see his team finish giving that away. Look at him having stern words for his players, and the coaches shake hands. I think on balance, a fair score line here at the end. A 14-point win for Iberostar Tenerife. They open up the 4th Basketball Champions League campaign with an 81-67 win over Nizhny Novgorod. Well, there you have it, folks. Shermadini was the problem, the main problem that simply could not be solved by this Nizhny Novgorod team, or at least it was not solved. And he's going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of different teams, you would imagine, in the Basketball Champions League and in Spain. And it's going to be interesting to watch how both he and Marcelino Huertas especially play off of each other. It kind of brings back memories a little bit of Huertas and Thiago Splitter back in the day when they played for both Baskonia and then Brazil. So Tenerife 8 of 24 from deep, 9 of 26 for Nizhny. Tenerife 23 of 40 inside the arc. A much better shooting percentage there. And both teams ended up with 37 rebounds. 21 assists for Tenerife. Shermadini and Huertas combined for 37 of the team's 81 points. And this caps what has been a terrific opening day in the Basketball Champions League. You know, you go back, Peristeri winning at Gaziantep after trailing by 16. But tonight it was all about the Shermadini show. You know, if he caught it down low, he wasn't going to be stopped. Now Stabkovic did come out in both halves and provide some offense. That was a crucial three-pointer as Tenerife tried to maintain a healthy lead, which they did. Willis, I think there's a lot to come from him this season. He's an exciting player for Nizhny. Shermadini just has a lot of savvy. He's just an accomplished, experienced basketball player. And Tenerife also have a lot of tremendous attributes to their bench with Atkins. Babrin was able to hit a couple of three-pointers. Lundberg, that was a crucial three after Nizhny Novgorod had cut the deficit to 6 points at the end of the third quarter. And then Lundberg came out, got a steal, and went in for a dunk. Again, showing us the hops. Look at that. Denmark's finest. But this is Georgia's finest. Shermadini. Spinning, wheeling, and dealing. Good footwork. Here he is turning provider. And Marcelino Huertas saying, don't mind if I do. Huertas there getting a three-point play in the end, taking the hit. Showing no signs of slowing down. Marcelino Huertas one of the all-time great Brazil internationals, doing his thing down in the Canary Islands now. And you also like the guys coming off the bench late, like Guerra, who doing the things the way they're supposed to be done, catching the bounce pass, going up strong. So an impressive night for Iberostar Tenerife to win it 81-67. Okay, guys, that's me over and out.